Hi everyone, welcome to the Harmony Foundation podcast series. I'm pleased today to be joined with Joey Holub with the Raleigh House in Arvada, Colorado. Welcome, Joey.
Hey, thanks.
It's good to have you here.
Good to be here.
Before we get into learning a little bit more about Raleigh House, let's talk a little bit about you. What got you into the field of addiction treatment?
The field of addiction treatment and I would say my life experience kind of led me to the doorway, led me to the doorstep of the business, and I chose to go inside. You know, my life experience pointed me at this field with my own process and actually my own recovery, and you know, it's like it was the next right thing. It was what was right in front of me, and so I said yes. I took a job driving a white van to taking people to meetings and plowing some roads for a residential treatment center, and stuck it out.
Good.
So, yeah.
And it kept you connected. So you were in Taos, New Mexico, and you worked for a program there, and then you moved over here to Colorado. And
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Good. And so are you with Raleigh House now before you were with the other place, or did you have any kind of work that you were doing in between that?
Well, I left. So I left after ending my my time with that last facility. I took about 6 weeks at another job in a different industry. I left the industry altogether. I needed a break.
Yes.
It's like, I'm done with this.
Yes.
I need to go experience something different because I'd put 10 years into my previous job. And within 6 weeks at the new job, I was confident that I was ready to reinvest in the process and reinvest in my career in this field.
I think it's important that we take those breaks, don't you think?
It was very important. For me, it wasn't as much learning that I didn't want to do something else. It was solely like refocusing on what I wanted to do all along. I needed to zoom out a little bit.
Yeah, get some perspective.
Yep.
And I think that's so healthy, and also a very big part of recovery. I think sometimes we just step right in and we don't even realize. Sometimes we need that physical distance, that 30,000-foot level, I like to call it.
Sure. You can't tell the good news from the bad news when you're in the news.
That's that's good. I like that. So Raleigh House is a substance abuse treatment program.
Yes.
It addresses co-occurring disorders. Could you describe what a client would experience when they come to Raleigh House?
Sure. So when a client gets to the Raleigh House, when we bring on our guests to the Raleigh House, we take the mind, body, and spirit approach. I think the most simple way to explain that is with the mind, body, and spirit, we're going to meet our guest where they invite us to at the beginning of care. Okay? So we'll take a look at the different areas of their life with them, and wherever they want to begin, that's where we're going to start. You know, I think it's important, all of us at the Raleigh House believe that it's very important to meet our guests where they are, right? And to have them invite us into their process, not the other way around. I think that the relationship building and the rapport that takes place is more appropriately done that way. I think when our guest is inviting us into their recovery and their treatment, it can establish the preconditions for a more effective outcome.
And so clinically, what kind of programming are you offering for your clients, and what levels of care do you all offer?
So as of right now, we have the extended care and the outpatient care out in Arvada. We are going to be bringing a residential treatment and a medical detox online out in Watkins in September. That facility is going to also have horses, so we'll have a fully functional equine program. We've actually already started the equine program. So that's happening with our guests as we speak. But the build-out is taking place right now in Watkins, and we will be ready to go in September.
I think I've seen pictures on Facebook, and you guys have, do you have sheep or goats too?
No, those are the dogs.
Oh, those are dogs. Okay, I'm sure that's probably what I saw. Okay, so you have horses and you have dogs.
Fluffy, dogs.
Okay, good. Nobody's shaving them down for wool or anything. That's
Correct.
Good. Great. Well, so let's talk a little bit about you. I always like to learn a little bit more about the people that come to Harmony as well. So I'm going to throw out a couple of questions for you to think through.
Cool.
In the last 5 years, what new belief, behavior, or habit has most improved your life?
In the last 5 years, I would say confidently that learning how to have patience in a different way is far and away. That's been the largest learning experience for me.
What does that mean when you say that?
Not being as like here and now focused, and being able to, I would say, have patience for the trajectory that I'm moving towards, right? Having, beginning with the end in mind, so to speak, and having more long-term goals. It was easy for me when I was younger, like in my early to mid-20s and working in treatment. It's like, yeah, I get to go to my job, and and it was all very right here and now. In the last 5 years, that's changed since I moved up to Colorado, and have had different experiences with different people. I would attribute that to really good clinical supervision and working around people that can model some life behaviors. They're like, okay, I get that, and I want that. So patience.
It's good. Yeah. I like that. It's true, though. I mean, we all have to learn how to do more of that. If I was to ask you to play off the idea of the word harmony, what do you think it means to live a life in harmony?
What do I think it means to live a life in harmony? So when I think about what harmony is, right, or defined as, I would define harmony as, I would say, a cohesive and happy wholeness, right? So what I think living life in harmony is, in general, is having a having cohesion in one's life, and being happy with that. I would also add the word accepting, because there's a difference between being accepting of your life and happy about it.
Yes, there is that. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah.
So
well, good.
I think that harmony brings it all together. Right? It becomes cohesive.
Yeah, it's like a synergy. I like that.
Indeed.
That's cool. If someone wanted to access services at Raleigh House, how could they get in touch with you?
Could they connect with me? So there's a couple ways. First way to get in touch with all of us is through theraleighouse.com. There's an admissions number on there. The website is comprehensive in speaking to what we offer at the Raleigh House. My direct number is 720-808-2150. That's a good number to get to for anyone that's looking for help, because, and candidly, I prefer that because the first call is the most important call, and the rapport and the relationship begins at that moment. Right. So if I can field that first call and then hand it to one of our admissions representatives that can carry the process through for our guest, that's what we prefer.
Great. That's great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to visit with us.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we look forward to hearing great things with your new program that's launching. And, for those of you that are listening, if you're in the Arvada area, check out Raleigh House. Thanks.